What's up, everybody? It's Keef from KeefKeyz.com, and on today, let's look at this gospel record. What's up, everybody? It's Keef Keyz, and I'm starting a new series called Before and After, and we are going to be going through some of the songs that I had the privilege of working on, and we're going to show play the before and the after, and just talk about a few things and a few differences and a few changes that I make from time to time when approaching a record, especially a record like this. Like a gospel record and stuff. I'm actually in the process of mixing 2 albums for somebody. This is a song that I already mixed, is already done previously. This song is called Look at What God Did. It's by an artist and a good friend of mine, Dimitre Horton, that we put out not too long ago. So I'll definitely leave all of the links to the song in the description below. So I just want to play it and talk about a few things. So yeah, let's dive into the song. This is the before.
Look at what God did. Your word is manifesting. No one is second guessing. Everybody's like, look at what God did. 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 Now.
All right, so that's the before track. That was the reference track that was originally sent to me, and that I kind of had to work from. And as we hear in the song, you hear a lot of elements going on. You hear a lot of different moving parts. A lot of time in gospel music, you'll get a lot of different instruments. You'll get a lot of moving parts. You'll get a lot of different type of keys going, including like organs. When it comes to the bass, a lot of tracks, you'll get a lot of like a live acoustic bass sounding sounds, and you'll get synth bass as well in the same songs. You'll get a lot of horns here and there. You'll get a lot of strings. You will get a lot of strings. So basically that's the rough mix of it. That's the reference that was actually given to me, and I'll play a little bit of the actual final track for you. So this is after.
Look at what God did. Your word is manifesting. No one is second guessing. Everybody's like, look at what God did. 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 Look at what God did.
So as you see, the final track, you can hear there's still a lot of movement going on, but now there's space for everything taking place. There is depth. You hear depth in between the relationship and the vocals. You hear depth between the vocals and the instruments. And you hear a lot of the dynamic parts that are moving actually shine at places to where they need to shine. So I was going to open up the DAW and show the screen and all of that, but I'm actually mixing 2 albums right now. I just wanted to get on and talk about when it comes to your sounding the best. What I come to find out is that this was a very greatly recorded track beforehand. It was a good recording, and mixing and the end product of your songs to sound better sounds a whole lot better if you can get the sound right at the source. And what that means is that if you are an artist, or if you are an engineer, if you just have a bedroom setup, if you're just anybody, or even if you've been doing this for a very long time, get it right at the source. Don't cheat yourself. Get the best takes you can get. Equipment is, far in between. You know what I'm saying? Better equipment also doesn't always equal better results, but, usually better equipment will definitely help. But the things that you just want to think about is just getting everything right from the source. If you're a producer, or if you're a beat maker, or if you're just a session musician, make sure you just get everything right at the source. And when it comes to the record, make sure your signal has a lot of headroom. Make sure you're not too close to the noise floor. Make sure you're not too high to the ceiling. Make sure you're not clipping at all whatsoever. So for this track in particular, a lot of the things that I had to do was to create space for everything to take place. And there's stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of vocals, and then instruments as well. And it's kind of challenging sometimes when you have to make decisions about what should be seated where inside the mix, and you kind of want to think of the mix, or your song kind of in kind of two ways, or at least is the way how I think of it is, width-wise, stereo width-wise, and then depth, and then you just use adequate tools to help achieve that sound. So whether it's reverb, to help create more depth, or a delay to help create more width, in a sense, so things like that are going to be very important. If things that do not need low end, don't give it low end. It might sound great by itself, but when you pile on instruments and stacks and stacks of vocals, the little dB of low end that you thought was nothing all of a sudden increases, especially if you throw on a compressor. And nowadays we throw on way more than one compressor, even in a vocal chain, so I just wanted to get on here and just talk about some key tips of getting things right at the source, mixing a song, things that you want to think about while recording the song, things you want to think about just while mixing the song. That's the before and after. And like I said before, I will leave the links to this song in the description below. This is Look at What God Did by Dimitre Horton. I'm Keyz. Before you leave, if you could, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos like this. If you do need mixing and mastering services, please feel free to reach out to me, keefkeys.com. Everything's in the description below. And I will see you all on the next video. Peace.